It's a pretty rainy night in the Gulag, and I was just feeling a bit of, I don't know if it was PTSD, but kind of mulling over all the targeting of recent years. And I walked by this lovely flower. I don't know if it's meant to be blooming at this time of year, but there's this lovely gentle fragrance and things like that. Like the smell of these flowers, they really soothe me, help to soothe the anxiety, and who knows how much of it is natural and how much of it is frequency induced. But yeah, I've just been up to that point when I passed that flower. I was just ruminating about the absolute lack of support when you get put through this zuzetsang, and you're left terrified, vulnerable, massive fear, and yes, paranoia, but it's totally justified. It's not unfounded. It's just a sign that you actually have a consciousness and a brain that works. Obviously if you get tormented and stalked, antagonized, sensitized and harassed for months to years, however long it's been, of course you're going to be so-called paranoid and you're going to be wary of people. But yeah, I'm just saddened, not one person came to me and showed any support. It's a horrible feeling. I've kind of forgotten it until I don't know what it was tonight that did it. This weather definitely affects my health badly quite often. Not every time it does this fine, misty, aerosoled kind of poisonous shit. But who knows? It probably is dosing me up with metals and making me inducing an anxious feeling. But just the isolation, the alienation, that somehow sadly is inevitable when you're getting put through this prolonged zuzetsang, whatever you want to call it. We're some really tough bastards, to be honest, to go through this alone for this long and have survived it. Give yourself a high five, because chances are no one else will. It's really damn hard not to feel bitter towards society. All the comical, ridiculous shit that some of them seemingly think is a concern. The whole woke thing, the gender thing and all this bullshit. When this is going on to to outspoken people, these horrendous crimes, I don't even know what the people I used to know think of me, and it actually does matter, because if they do believe you, they might actually, provided they have any morality in them, they might actually support you or actually do something to spread awareness about it. But it does matter what they fucking think. I know this is the general thing is don't care what people think and all that, but it actually does matter, because if everyone just dismisses you somehow, seemingly they're still doing this, as just a crazy person, then yeah, you're very vulnerable to obviously psych reprisal and that. It was interesting in the sky spraying group on Facebook the other night. I left a message, comment to a post it was a post about how FLUORIDE apparently combined with, you know, ALUMINIUM, apparently that like amplifies the effect of the second thing I spelt out. It was something like that, and I said to the person, "Oh, I might print this out and send it to my doctor for as a Christmas card," because she labelled me paranoid personality disorder when I asked her about the probable link between the sky spraying stuff, and I did name the thing that starts with A that I can't be fucked spelling out again, and the probable link to the massively escalating rates of Alzheimer's, and she so-called diagnosed me as paranoid personality disorder. And I got this shocked emote from someone. Oh fuck me, it's raining. And the person replied back saying they were shocked because they were a psychotherapist, and I held my tongue there. I didn't want to unleash about that, but yeah, they were shocked that had happened. So I'm actually meaning to reply to this woman. I haven't got around to it yet, but I was going to ask her if she had heard of the Zuzet-sung and you know, all that kind of targeted individual phenomena, to see if she's aware of it at least. She's in the sky spraying group, so at least that shows that I probably have a chance to get through to her. But I'll be interested to know if she knows all about that or not. Her and her colleagues, or whatever you want to call them, in that profession. I've made a few videos speaking about specific instances of the targeting for me, because my targeting, I actually fully believe it was like one of the most brazen, obvious cases of it anywhere, purely because I lived out in the countryside and they could just go insane with comical levels of noise and stuff. And I did make some videos like going in depth on each of the skits, or the, you know, the antics, or whatever you want to call it, going in depth on each one of them. But I don't know where I saved them, you know. I didn't get around to posting them straight away, but man, in all of those situations, they only really worked because of the family situation I was in, and however the hell the family members don't get affected by months-long noise campaigns, I'll never know. I don't know whether they're put under some sort of hypnosis or something. You know, who knows? The whole NPC thing, I don't know. But like in one of them, I had to go towards the guy doing the low-frequency noise campaign. I had to drive like around the block and then stand there for like 10 minutes while this low frequency noise is just absolutely, like, you know, triggering massive PTSD and all that unhealthy response, and just feeling massively adrenalized. And bear in mind, to put it in proper context, this is like after the psychopath military meth head Air Force loser from that Middle Eastern country you're not allowed to name, after he had finished his thing, which went on for 8 months, and I was just total wreck by that point. Then I had all these other shenanigans from, you know, any way they could think of doing it, pretty much, and I had to deal with all them alone. Like, I would have to go and confront the source of the noise, and if I didn't, it would just go on day after day after day after day. And I'm talking like a tractor going flat out for hours and hours after midnight, literally from midnight till 5 a.m. every day, and you can hear that low frequency shit like emanating. You can feel it, and whereas if I'd had a normal family, they could deal with it for me. They could take the fucking hit if their health was fine, because I certainly wasn't up for that. You can't explain to someone what it feels like to have to be in that state, and when your body's like, you got to get the fuck out, man, run, and instead you have to go to the source of that trauma, and you have to go there and stay there, getting fucked up by it when every second is like agony. And to normally they'll be like, what the fuck, mate, it's just a bit of noise, what's your problem? But they haven't been literally like professionally, like black psychology, MK Ultra, like tippity top level, trauma based mindfuckery abuser. They haven't been put through months long campaigns of that. See, that was a surreal incident. Of course, you just get the gaslight, I made a video about that, and I did take a photo at the time of this fucking tractor. It was surreal, man. It was just like, I'll make a video about that. That was one of the most fucked up things I've seen. Like, yeah, it's just fucked. All this shit, man, the way no one supports you ever, and they all just gaslight and deny and shit, it just blackens your heart, and you're like, fuck these motherfuckers, screw them all. Like, and I used to be such a lovely fucking person, I used to be so caring, and all I ever wanted to do was bring joy to people and light people's lives up in a good way. Not in a fucking light them up with 10 trillion gigahertz or anything. And no motherfucker ever came to like support me. There's just so many people to forgive in this, all the authorities and the fucking fake help, the friends, the neighbours, law enforcement, like endless forgive, like everyone. It's fucked. And you never get a fucking straight answer, you can never 100% nail down like who is evil. And even the fucked up Air Force lunatic next door, meth head guy, even him, you wonder like, people are happy to give them all a pass and go like, it's the demons, brother. And like, you can't even with someone like that, you can't 100% literally say they were conscious of what they're doing and they did it on their own free will and they loved it. I was watching some fly fishing videos from a guy, a New Zealander that I watched, just to something a bit different, a bit more innocent, and it's such a mind fuck, to go from this stuff to watching them, living pretty carefree and happy, and just a total fucking mind fuck, really. So I'm venturing into the dark interior of the park where hopefully the diabolical preacher man is fast asleep. I'm going to do a quick in and out mission to feed the ducks because they are fucking hungry nowadays. I don't think I manifested any of that in case there's any new agers watching. I think it's just the the engineered shit show, and poor ducks don't have a lot of food. I'm not really up for rescuing any eels today. It is raining, so hopefully the rain will help me. I've got a net in the car, but it's like there was some kids parked right in front of the entranceway for some reason, off the road. They were like parked on right in front of the entrance, kind of literally right there, and I didn't really want to walk through with a net. I've had enough fucking trouble in this place, eh? I don't know what, I'm sure you've all got like someone in your life that you just think, what the fuck do they even think? And the people that I wonder about are these grinning outdoors fly fishermen that, heavily respected by everyone, and they all just defriended me, of course. I just wonder. I can't help but wonder, the whole New Age manifesty thing. Are they somehow in some utopia reality? Well, while I'm flailing in this shit show. I don't know. We never talk, it's always the way. People don't talk, don't communicate, so I don't know what the fuck goes through their minds. Well, thankfully, it looks like there's no eels there tonight, because I'm really not up for saving anything. They're probably more fucking durable than I am, They got like a real knack for being able to survive out of water. Yeah, I love David Adkins' videos. I think he's a real legend. I love it how he keeps calling out the technology, the the abuse of military technology. I think that's important. All these other people prefer to just call it all spiritual warfare, and I feel like that's a total cop-out, to be honest. I don't think you can pray it away. I don't know about all this timelines bullshit. People say this is another one of these. It's potentially just all a psyop where they talk about jumping timelines, and I guess it's kind of like a new agey thing where you can manifest things and whatnot, where it's not just you're stuck in this descending shit show, and that's it seems like a bit of hopium. I've had the odd small kind of strange thing happen that, you know, doesn't add up. But I don't know, it's not really enough to make me think it's legit. Yeah, you hear people talk about like life purpose and stuff, and I had a life purpose, and it was to write a book or 3. I don't know if that was real, or I just kind of like, that was my own thought, I don't know, but it's pretty damn hard to achieve a life purpose like that when your mind's being fucked with these frequency weapons, you know. It's just a really like long, hard fucking road back to try to get back into that after you've had your mind fucking cooked, or you've been hit with such a lot, you know, huge amounts of electricity, and you know it fucks up your changes your brain anyway. So I abandoned that, and I just kind of got into the photography just as a way to escape. Bit of, you know, mental escape. This is a cool plant here. I don't know if you can see what that says. It's called a paratanafa, and the tanafa is a Maori allegedly mythological monster. It's like a river monster, and the tribes used to apparently like get a taniwha on their side to help them in battle. Apparently they go out to sea as well. I was working on some writing involving Maori mythology. That was that was the one book I was working on. It was a lot of fun. I used to really love the creative process, and you know, I shut myself away for a couple of years just due to the shitty family situation, and I was really enjoying it, and would have been really satisfying to finish a book. But you know, you need to write well, you need peace, you need to be alone with your thoughts. And even before the full-blown Zuzetsun started up, family would always do this shit fuckery to like break your concentration. Just real weird shit. You know, like, you know, brushing their hand against the wall of the room you're in just to distract you, and weird shit like that. So I just abandoned it all. Just seemed like another loose harvester of, you know, the fucking lizard factory or whatever this jackass place is. You know, sure, like if you had a purpose that was not involving a lot of brain work and concentration, it would be doable, I guess. But, you know, that wasn't my purpose. I really needed my brain for that. I don't know if anyone gives a damn, I just felt like talking about it while I'm making my way to the ducks. Hey buddies, come on. Sorry about the noise, I've only got 2 hands. Try not to fall over on these ducks because it's really slippery here in the rain. Just trying to give you a bit of duck ASMR when they're all eating the seed. It's quite a nice soothing sound, but when I put my hand down they started pecking at it to get more seed. I thought I had a handful of seed rather than a camera. These are some hungry ducks. I'm not going to risk going over to the pond with the muscovies because it's like right near the temple of the Agent of God, and he is a light sleeper, so you know I don't want to risk getting the shit beaten out of me for feeding the ducks. So they're just going to have to go hungry. You know, it's not worth it. I'm not up to take a hiding, you know. You really realise how fucked up and broken society is when you see a few of these kind of people, and you know, I guess I'm meant to be all empathic and realise that just who knows what that guy went through. You know, it's just, at least the paradise ducks aren't here today because they often tip off the Agent of God and they start honking really loudly and things get pretty dodgy. Stay nice and quiet, ducks. We don't want to wake them up. You know, and they say feeding the ducks in the park is a relaxing hobby. That's some more fake news, I think. Well, not news, but you know, fake information. Oh, time's up on this one. Man, half an hour gone already.